What's up, everybody? We're starting a new series. So, here's how it's going to work. We're going to turn this $10 bill into a house. Stay tuned. No, this is not clickbait. We're going to flip a $10 bill into a house. So, how are we going to do that? Sports cards, of course. So, this is not something that's going to happen overnight, but it's something where we can show that for something as little as $10 and a lot of effort and work and persistence, you can make real money. And so my goal is to take this $10 bill, buy a sports card, and turn it into a house by flipping, making marginal gains over the course of a couple of years. I think that it's going to take a couple of years to be able to afford a house, to be able to get that high. My target is somewhere in the $25,000-$30,000 range. I know that I can probably get something for less. So once we get over $10,000, that's going to be the point where we're actually okay. We're looking at something as far as what's available, and at that point we'll start preparing exit strategy. The longest, to me, what's going to take the longest time to put into effect is the $10 to probably $1,000. So I mean, that's going to be the vast majority. Once we get $1,000, it's going to dramatically increase, because right now with $10 we can't grade a card, and on top of that, even if we could, it's going to take so long to get back from PSA. Maybe we could send it to HGA and get it back a little more quickly, but yeah, that's at this stage of the deal, we're not at that point yet. So that's just that's what we're looking at. That's what we're trying to do. I think we can get there. I think we're gonna get there. I think it's gonna be time consuming. I think it's gonna take a lot of work, but for $10, and that's gonna be the only investment that we have. This is our initial investment, and my goal is to flip it into a house to where that house can be an income producing rental, and then serve me long term. Just $10. Let's go from February 2021. How long will it take us to be able to afford a house off of cardboard? We're going to take $10, and $10, that's not much. You can make $10 online today through a myriad of different mechanisms, or you can go sweep somebody's carport, or mow somebody's lawn, or help somebody clean out their attic. I mean, there's tons of things where you can get $10. Skip Starbucks tomorrow morning and save yourself $10 there. $10 is such a low bar. I considered starting it at something higher, like $100, where you can buy a couple cards, send them for grading, and get those turned around. That would certainly pour some gasoline on the fire. But I want to show, just on the super low beginner level, I think everybody should be able to afford. If you can't afford $10, you don't need to be spending money on sports cards to begin with. Focus on priorities and do those first. But I think everybody can scrimp, save, find out some way to get $10 to do this. And that's my thing is, it's not going to magically happen. You've got to find underpriced deals. You've got to sell and make your profits and turn them over, and be okay with losing out on the top end of that rise. So once you make your margin, get out, flip it to something else, and continue to roll your bankroll into something more expensive. And that's how we're going to really ramp this up to be able to afford a house. So here's what we're looking at. So here we go. Looking for our first purchase, our $10 purchase. I've had such good luck in the past with Tyler Hero. I figured, hey, let's start there. I'm actually going to be bidding on this on my phone because it's a quicker, less clicks to get the bid in. So we can make sure to try to wrap this up. I'm going to try to get this again. Hopefully I can get it with that $8 plus the $2 shipping for the total of that $10 price. That is what we're hoping for. So yeah, I mean, Tyler Hero Optic, the guy's incredible. He dealt with some injury this year, and so he didn't get voted to the All-Star, but you know, the Heat are still right there within striking distance. Here we go. 5 seconds. I'll wait till it gets down and do it right here. Let's see if we won. We won the auction. $8 plus $2 shipping. Exactly $10. Wow, that could not have turned out any more perfectly. This concerns me a little bit here. Kind of rookie move, buying from a guy with 0 feedback. But hey, everybody's got to start somewhere. Let's check this guy out. Alright. You know, a couple things that spooked me a little bit about this was not the best picture, but I kind of look for bad pictures because I think that deters some people from buying. And so, you know, I think that's a good price. $10. You can get them on. You can also pick them up on Twitter. I saw a couple of them. That's generally around what they're going for. Is that $7, $8, $9, $10 to $15 range for the last month or two. You can get these Optic Hero cards for about that price. So I think this is a great card to start off with. It's at that $10 threshold. And like I said, Hobby Twitter is really good to find some good deals because they're saving on the eBay fees. You're saving on taxes and things like that. Now, I will address the taxes. I paid exactly $10 for this. You can pay exactly $10 for this either through eBay or through Twitter or through a Facebook Marketplace or any kind of Discord or whatever. You can usually probably find. I found several around that $10 range. So, you know, and that's shipped. So I don't think that's too outlandish to be our starting card. And I think, you know, I think Tyler Hero cards are going to go up big time. I think, you know, last year during the bubble, during the summer, he saw that meteoric rise. And that's where I just made a ton of money on some Tyler Hero cards I had then because I saw him play when the NBA was getting started back. Right before that, I went in, did some research into a guy from the 2019 class that I thought had a good shot of being great and undervalued and his cards to increase. I came up with Tyler Hero. He just has it. He's got the handles, he's got the shooting, he's on a cool team, he's got the swag, and here's a little added benefit. So, you know, this is being recorded February 24th. It'll go up February 25th on YouTube. This is going to be interesting to see if Tyler Hero's marketing for Top Shot transitions over a little bit to increase his card value as well. The Heat right now, if the season were to end, are not in the playoffs. I think they're like 2 games out from being right there in the contention to making the Eastern Conference playoffs. So I think that they have had some bad weeks in January and towards the beginning of the season. They didn't have everything right. Jimmy Butler wasn't perfect. Hero missed some time. I think after the All-Star break, they're going to pull everything together and make a run. And I wouldn't be surprised to see them at the fourth or fifth seed when the season came to an end. So I think they'll be in the playoffs. I'm not planning on even having his card for the playoffs. I'm just waiting for after the All-Star break or at the All-Star break for him to be dropping some 40, 50 point um, and having some big play moments because he's built for that. When they're looking for a final shot, he's proven that he has the moxie to knock those down. So between him and Jimmy Butler, they can't focus their sole attention, the defense that is, on either one of them. I think he's an incredible athlete. And so, yeah, I think that his prices could very well skyrocket, but we're not even looking for that, guys. For this to work out, we have to look for incremental wins. Incremental wins is what we're looking for. We want to win, move on, get the next one. So we're trying to. I wanted basketball because basketball is relatively hot, even though modern is down a little bit. Everybody's going vintage. I think that is about to flip. I think that All Star break, people are going to be excited about modern again, and then especially ramping up into the playoffs, modern is going to get hot again. People are going to want to see their cards, the players on their cards. They're going to want to see them perform. And when somebody goes off for a 50-point night or a 40-point night or gets a triple double, they're going to want to have that rookie card. So getting in on the lower tier, so this isn't the Prism. Obviously, the Prism's going for, 25, $30, whatever, up to $40. I think it's back down to 30 for a raw Prism of our guy Hero. The other interesting thing about this one is this is again on Wednesday. The auction ended at 1 o'clock Central Time on a Wednesday afternoon. If you're running an auction and you want to get maximum price, end it on a Sunday night. At least end it on a Saturday or Friday night, but preferably Sunday night generally pulls the most money on an auction. You want to end it at about 9, 10 o'clock Eastern time because that gets you the widest audience. So if you end it at 10 o'clock Eastern, most of the people on the East Coast are still awake, watching auctions, bored on Sunday nights, wanting something to do. They may be watching NBA, by the way. And then you get, the 9 o'clock. So if that's 10 o'clock Eastern, you get the 9 o'clock Central Time. You get 8 in the Mountain and 7 Pacific. So that is a good window across the United States as far as ending your auction at that time. Ending it on a Wednesday afternoon when people are at work or people are out to lunch, coming back from a lunch, not everybody's sitting, waiting for an auction to end. That's another good tip, though. If you're looking for an underpriced card, you may be able to flip same week if you can get the card in time. But the same week as you get the card, list it on a 7-day auction, Sunday to Sunday, and have it sold the following week that you get the card. I don't know that we're going to do that necessarily. We'll probably just turn around as soon as we get it in. We'll put it on we'll get some better pictures up and put it immediately back on eBay. Buy it now. We'll put it on Twitter, put it on Instagram. We'll put it everywhere and try to sell it for a little bit of profit and turn that $10 into $15 or $20. That's the goal. That's the goal right now, is get, maybe double our money, at least 1.5x. If we can get 1.5x, boom, we have $15. Now what are we doing? Baseball's coming up. Do we roll it into a baseball prospect? Who's going to start out hot? Maybe an Aaron Judge. Maybe we diversify and get a couple of different baseball players. Since we now have $15, $20, maybe we can branch out. If you're wanting to follow along and you're looking for people to look into, look for your baseball prospects, not prospects, but look for your baseball guys that are a little bit undervalued coming into the season. You're not going to go get Fernando Tatis. You're not going to go get Mike Trout, at least not their rookies. You might be able to get a Fernando Tatis like second year Gold Cup card. That would be pretty cool if you wanted to grab a few of them. So yeah, I mean, if you're looking to do this along, I'm trying to get a quick flip out of basketball before we roll it into baseball. And if this takes a month, 2 months, that's fine too. I think in 2 months it could very well double. I just think, like I said, I think the marketability of Tyler Hero is incredible, and I think that you know. So I mentioned Top Shot. I signed up for Top Shot. I've not bought anything on Top Shot yet. I'm probably going to, just to kind of get involved and see what all the hype is about. But right now, there's so much attention and so much demand. The prices are crazy, and you can't even hardly get packs to open. So you have to buy something from the marketplace. And if, for those of you that don't know what Top Shot is, it is a basically clips from NBA moments, shots, dunks, rebounds, assists, 3-point shots, whatever. It's a little clip, usually 10, 15 seconds long, that just loops over. It's stored on the blockchain, so it's all very much like virtual type stuff. We're dealing with, um, crypto type of technology. And so that's what you're looking at from Top Shot. So you buy and sell moments from NBA games. And so they're just basically little GIFs of YouTube clips like shots or dunks. And people are going crazy buying and selling these. And there's a ton of NBA players that are pushing this stuff big time. The one on the homepage, as soon as you sign up for it, the guy that welcomes you, Tyler Hero, telling you what it's all about. And then there's a huge banner across it saying, buy Tyler Hero moments. And I mean, it takes you right to the Tyler Hero stuff. You can go buy a Tyler Hero moment. It's crazy. He is pushing this big time. And I don't know if that's going to transition into any increased marketability for him and for his cards. But I don't think it can hurt. I don't think they're going to pull too much away from the cards. There's still going to be a card market. People are still going to want his rookie cards. This is his best rated rookie. It's better than the Donruss. Probably not as highly sought after as the Prism. If you had more time and you had more money, maybe you get some optics and you grade them, and then you try to flip those. But yeah, that's the interesting thing there. If you want to follow along and you're looking for people to look out for, you can certainly go into the Tyler Hero world. You can get somebody else that you believe in more. You can get, I just bought this one, a 2020 Topps Aristides Aquino PSA 9 for $11 plus $4 to ship it. But you're getting a slab for less than $15 of one of the top rookies from last year. And he just had such a poor start to the 2020 season that everybody just kind of left him for dead and kept up Bo Bichette, still a big name. Oh, yeah, maybe Yordan Alvarez. Okay, Luis Robert got all the play. Everybody just kind of threw Aquino to the side. He had some good games. I don't think the Reds are as bad as people perceive them to be. And this guy, he has the tools to succeed. If he starts off the year on fire, his cards are going to go nuclear. And this PSA 9, even though it's not a Topps Chrome, it's the Topps paper. But this is his flagship rookie card, guys. Mint condition, in slabbed. You don't have to wait for PSA. You don't have to worry about getting an 8 back or something worse than that. You've got the 9. You've got a mint grade on a flagship rookie for one of the top rookies from last year. He had a little bit of a down year. He didn't just spike crazy like everybody thought he was going to. Look for him to have a big time sophomore bounce back year. And I think he would be a good one to look at if you're looking at following along and doing this yourself. You could go get him, and certainly, you've already got a slab card of one of the top rookies from last year ready to go for baseball season, and you can flip that if he has a few good games to start off the year. Here's another guy that you could go out and get. I bought this one a while back. Randy Arozarena had a huge year last year, came out of nowhere. So last year's rookie, 2020, nobody even knew who he was. He was traded from the Cardinals to the Tampa Bay Rays, and all of a sudden he went to the moon. I mean, this guy was incredible, had a great year last year. I expect him to have another great year. Some people are expecting him to come back to earth a little bit, but his rookie cards, his Topps Chrome rookie cards, are still undervalued. I don't understand how you can buy this for less than $5. So that's it. That's how we're starting it off with the Tyler Hero Optic. Hopefully we can make some quick money off of Mr. Tyler Hero, move him, and build up that bankroll, and let's get started. Hopefully the goal will be to start out and make some money. We'll be diversifying a little bit more in the future, probably. Not necessarily getting one card, but more likely going after 2 or 3 once our bankroll can kind of build up from that $10 and go into multiple guys where we can kind of pick and choose who we want to sell when and roll them that way. If we have a big card we want to go after later down the line, we can pull that money together, go after that card, and then the goal, the future goal maybe in the summer and the fall would be to have enough money to be able to start buying some cards and maybe sending them off for grading while we're still kind of flipping some of these lower tier, lower value cards. Have a couple away at PSA or HGA or whoever we decide to use for our grading at that point. And that way, we've got that money that will be coming in. We also have some kind of rolling money as well. And we'll try to kind of piece this together as we go in over time. I don't know how it's going to work. It's probably going to be a work in progress. We may change courses a few times, but at the end of the day, our goal is to go out and get a piece of property, hopefully one that requires little fixing up and stuff that we can do as far as some sweat equity into it to make it livable and get some rental income. We're not necessarily. Stay with us. We're gonna build this thing into a house. One way or the other, we're gonna get it done. We're gonna show you that it doesn't take money. It just takes effort. So you can do it with any amount of money that you want to. If you don't want to spend $10, start with $1. It may take you a little bit more time to work your way up to $10, but you can do it. You can do it, guys. Follow along with me if you want to. If you want to make it a contest to see who can get their house first, that would be pretty cool as well. And this will be the ongoing project that I have to build this $10 and now this one card up into something really, really cool. So stick with me. Make sure to hit that subscribe button, guys, so you can follow along the entire time. We'll be documenting everything. We'll be doing at least one update every month from this challenge to show you kind of what we're doing, where we're at, and what we're thinking. And we're, like I said, at least once a month, probably more often than that. Anytime there's an update, I'll be dropping in an update. And then, like I said, if we go a month without anything changing, I'll kind of give a status update at that time, because I'm sure there's going to be some months where we're still just holding whatever we have. And in that case, we'll just give an update. All right, guys, thanks a lot. I appreciate everything. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, drop a comment. Let me know how long you think it's going to take me to build up $10 into a house. Let's go.